What are you working on?
It's a computer terminal that hooks up to the TV for the display. Steve?
Wow. You want me to blast a fart? I'm like, wait, what can I say?
Is that like a Swedish?
Did you say blast a
Blasting
fart?
farting. Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
Blast a fartin'?
What's a blasting a fart?
I
I
said to Ashton, I said something to the equivalent of what I want from Ashton rhymes with Aston Martin. So he's been trying to figure out words that rhyme with Aston Martin.
Aston Martin?
Aston Martin, as
Aston
in
Martin.
the James Bond car.
So what do you guys come up with?
Blast
we
a
have it
fartin'.
to blast and farting.
Blast and farting.
Yeah.
Blast and
that's about
fartin'.
Blast and farting. Okay.
So tell me about John.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, okay, so
That's how
moving
you
on.
do, that's you know when like you fart under the covers and you hold somebody's
Blast
head
and fart,
under it?
yeah, I've been
That's
there.
the German word for blast and fartin'.
Yeah, blast and farting.
Oh, what'd you do to her? Oh,
It
blast
sounds
and
more
fartin'.
Swedish.
Blast and fartin'.
Blast and farting.
Blast and farting with a German accent?
Yeah,
That would
Okay.
be blast and farting.
we're on the clock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do this.
No, this is much
No,
more
this is
fascinating.
how we
Talking
got
about
into
farting
character,
under
actually.
covers
Yeah.
and okay, very cool. Well, actually, let's talk about Apple because obviously that's what the movie's about, right? And I was thinking about the first time I ever used an Apple product, and I was in elementary school and I was playing Oregon Trail.
Oh my God, that was my first experience.
I was going to ask you guys, what was your first experience
Literally,
using an Apple
my
product?
first experience was in elementary school playing, and that's so funny because I keep mentioning this in interviews, and everybody's like, I don't remember Oregon Trail. I'm like, it was the greatest game ever. That was my first I'm so excited that I can share this moment with
It's like
somebody
the first
who gets
Sims
it.
experience was Oregon Trail, basically, right?
Well, Oregon Trail was one of those games
yeah, I
where
know
you
exactly
just
what it
have like
was.
this one of these like characters that was on like this carriage that would go find gold. It was really great about teaching kids the value of money at an early
And
age.
you'd shoot buffalo
You
and
shoot buffalo and
geese.
hunting, all the values that
Yeah,
you need as
Oregon
a child.
Trail, man, I love it.
My first
What about
experience.
you? Do you remember when you first used an Apple product?
Oregon Trail.
My first experience was on an Apple II GS, and I had a floppy disk game called Number Munchers that I learned how to do mathematics and my timetables on. And you would have to eat it would go 2 times 2, and you'd have to eat 4. You have to move the guy, yeah.
Actually, they should
So
bring
video
that back.
games, that's where we got our start.
Yes.
I like that.
That and the other really fascinating thing you could do is go to the control panel and like change the colors of things.
was very
That's what I
cool.
really
Isn't
like
it
to
funny
do.
that's how cool that was? Just
Yeah.
changing colors and stuff like
It
that?
was, but what's interesting is that's my first memory, and then I have this long memory of using Windows products, and then I have another memory of somebody showing me this device where I could put my music on it, and then my next memory is owning every single device that Apple sold. So that's the beauty of this movie, is it literally chronicles that time in between of what the hell was happening, because I didn't know, like I didn't put 2 and 2 together and realize that Steve Jobs didn't leave of his own accord, you know? So there's this whole story that I think's been lost through time because of the cult of Jobs, of this idea that here this man came along through Pixar and the second coming of Apple and created this legacy that we focus on.
Yeah, Apple doesn't tend to advertise the fact that they fired Steve Jobs.
No. I have one last question for you guys. So, what's better, barefoot or shoes? Because obviously Steve Jobs is barefoot for a good part of this movie.
I'm not a big barefoot guy. There's too many dangers out there, and I think if you're like at home, being barefoot is the best. Once I leave the front door, I want shoes on.
I just got back from Hawaii and I understood the joy of being barefoot. I understood the joy. There was a point at which my feet got burned on the sand, but I understood the joy.
Are you okay now?
No, they're fine, actually.
Oh,
They're
good.
fine. Bless them for
So, what was it like walking around barefoot then? Were you not feeling that? Because you did it a lot in the movie.
Yeah, I got into it and got used to it, and it started with like just walking in these Birkenstock sandals, and then just started walking around barefoot, and you just kind of get used to it.
All right, very cool. Thanks, guys. I thought the movie was fantastic.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
When you grow up, you tend to get told the world is the way that it is.
If you want to get back what you lost, this is the time.
I never lost it. It was stolen from me. Life can be much broader.
I love you, Steve.
You can embrace it, change it,
You refuse to do anything that vaguely escapes your comfort zone.
improve it, make your mark upon it.
Jobs.